When completing mitres with the KA65, it is used with a stationary table. The KA65 multifunction workbench allows the application of both straight and angles from 0 to 47 degrees. When applying straight edges and full mitres, the guide plate packers will be fitted to the table to allow the correct overhang on both sides. When applying edge banding for a shark nose finish, the guide plate packers are removed to position the banding correctly. When applying a shark nose finish, depending on the angle required and thickness of board material, this will have an influence on what size edge banding will need to be used. For example, a 45 degree mitre on 18mm board with a 2 to 3mm shark nose will require a higher edge band of approximately 29mm to enable both coverage on the cut angle length and to bring the tool up to a height that allows clearance for the material to pass through. If wider edge banding is not available, the only option is to decrease the mitre angle to allow for this clearance and material coverage. Set up the table and fix into place extra support roller, banding guide, and banding thickness setting gauge. To place the edge bander into the table, pivot the adapter plate to approximately 45 degrees, as this angle enables easy placement of the edge bander into the table. Fix the edge bander in place with the 2 locking tabs. Adjust the adapter plate to the required angle and tighten in place with the 2 locking screws. Cut the banding to allow approximately 30mm overhang each end, as this allows for the sensor to pick up on the passing edge band and start the gluing process, and stop the gluing process once complete. Set the thickness gauge to the thickness of the edge band being used and adjust the banding height required. When adjusting the banding height, adjust till the inlet is firm on the edge band and then reduce the tension by 2 clicks on the depth setting wheel. Push the start button and feed the edge band into the inlet. Position the material so the edge of the material is in line with the centre of the roller, and position back approximately 20mm from the main roller. This distance is to allow approximately 30mm of the banding to pass through before pushing the material into the roller and applying the edge. Once the edge band and material have met, move with the machine speed, placing a small amount of pressure to the surface. The edge band will stop once the end of the edge band has passed through. Trimming of mitres can be completed with the MFK 700B in conjunction with the base 1.5 degree and edge trimming cutter. The guide roller can be adjusted to reach the angle of the board and cutter height adjusted to suit. The internal section is trimmed off with this combination. Once the internal side is flush, the remaining bullnose or external edge can now be trimmed using the MFK 700B with its standard router base and flush trim cutter. The bearing brake can be installed to place pressure on the bearing and reduce potential marking.